All right, guys, you need to get your workbook out. We're going to be doing lesson 9 today and lesson 10. Today, our goal, our target is to multiply a 1-digit number times a 3-digit number in the hundreds place. And also, we're going to move to lesson 10 and multiply a 1-digit number times a 4-digit number in the thousands place. So we're going to be using our place value chart, looking at the difference between it and our area model. And actually, we're going to not put our number on the place value chart today. We're going to go straight to modeling that on the area model because it is way simpler. So let's first look at our number. We've got 3 times 253. So go ahead and fill in your boxes. Draw your boxes rather. Remember, here is going to be the product after we multiply for our area model. Then once we get our partial products, we're going to add them together underneath. So the first step is to label, separate your number, and then we'll see if we need to do any regrouping when we add. So we have 3 times 200, that's going to give us 600. Our 5 tens times 3 is going to be 15 tens, don't forget that 0, and 3 times 3 gives us our 9 ones. Now, the best part about this area model is that we're just going to add all of our partial products together. And we didn't have to regroup anything because we regrouped as we added that number together. Way easier than this, circling, moving things over. I'm not even going to mess with that place value chart today because we don't need it. We're just going to stick with our area model strategy today. You could also do the distributive property with this and do 3 times 200, 3 times 50, and 3 times 3 and get your partial products that way and then add them all together. So if you want to use, when it says show your method, if you want to use this strategy, you can. Or if you want to draw an area model, you can. We'll do both on these. So let's look at the next one. So let's go down. We're on number 2. Let's do 2 times 423. Let's go ahead and do this one with the associative property. So we have 2 times 400. We have 2 times 20 and 2 times 3. Here's our number broken up, 423. Then we know we're going to have an 800 here, 40, 2 times 20, and 2 times 3 is 6. Don't forget to add those partial products together, and we get 846. Okay, let's do an area model on 3. Remember, at any time during the video, you need to stop, pause, rewind. That's the beauty of having your teacher on a video is you can pause me and go back. If you missed something, then you can go back and listen to it again and make sure that you understand. I need you to fill in your problem set exactly like I have mine. This is all practice when you're with me. Remember, we're just practicing together. You'll have lots of work to do on your own independently after we're done with the video. So let's go on to number 3. We're going to draw an area model for this one. And we're going to do 2 times 436. Now 6 kind of off the thing here. There we go. So first, 4 times 2, you know that gives us 8. Use your facts. But we're in the hundreds place, so it has to be 800. 3 tens times 2, that's going to give us 60. And 6 times 2 is going to give us 12 ones. Again, this is so much easier than using the place value chart because now all we need to do is add up our partial products. And when we do that, we're already regrouping. So we have 872. So see how our tens and our ones added together. All right, so we're going to fast forward a little bit. You guys are going to come back and you're going to do number 4 and 5, so we can circle those. You're also going to finish lesson 9 You're going to do 6 and 7 and 8. And that's it. We're going to move on to 10. You're going to come back and do these must-dos after we're done with the rest of the video lesson. I do want to point out these word form. 4 times as much as 434. All that means is times as much as this number. So it's still going to be 4 times 434. It's just in word form. And then this one, some of this stumped you last week. The product of 305 and 5 means I'm multiplying 305 times 5, right? Make sure that's clear. All right, we're going to skip over the exit ticket and come back to it after you finish your problem set. Let's move on to lesson 10. Again, I'm not going to show you the place value chart today. I want to focus just on our area models. So let's look down at the bottom, right at our area model. So our problem this time, now we're jumping to the 4-digit numbers. Now we're in the thousands place. We've got 3 that we're multiplying by, and we're multiplying 2,000. So let's break apart our number. Plus 500 plus 40 plus 3. So there you go. Draw your boxes. And now we start multiplying. So we have 3 copies of 2,000. 3 times 2 gives us a 6, but we're in our thousands place, so you know it's going to be 6 thousands. 5 times 3 is going to give us 15, but we're in hundreds right now, so we have to add the hundreds. 4 times 3 gives us 12, but we're in tens, so 12 times 10, 120. And 3 times 3 is just going to give us our 9 ones. So what do we do next? We need to add all these partial products up. So we're going to do that down here. Make sure and line them up in the right place value. And then add them together. And we get 7,629. All right, let's turn over to the second side. So now, it says show your method. Again, we're going to use either our partial products in the area model or our distributive property. So let's break up this number. Here it is, 4,213. So let's break it up. We're going to do 2 times 4,000. We're going to do 2 times our 200. 2 times, what's that 1 stand for? A 10. And then we have our 2 times our 3 ones. Then you would solve all these. 4 times our 2 would give us 8 in the thousands. 2 times 2 would give us our 400s. 2 times a 10 would be 20. And 2 times 3 is 6. Pause the video and catch up if I'm going a little too fast. And now you're going to add your partial products together. This one's pretty simple. It's going to be 8,420 and 6. All right, so let's do this one with an area model. Okay, number 3. This time we're going to have 2 times 4,120 and 6. Could have drawn this one a little bigger. There we go. Okay, so again, take our 2 times our 4. We're going to get 8,000s again. 2 times our 100. We're going to get 200s. 20 times our 2 would give us 40. And 6 times 2 is going to give me 12. Now we're going to add all those partial products together. We're going to line them up. Make sure we don't miss anything. See how my hundreds go right underneath. There's no thousands in 200. My tens are going to start here in the tens place. And my 12 has tens and ones. Very important that we line up so that we end up with 5 tens. So we have 2 in the ones, 5 in the tens, 200s, and 8,000. All right, So lesson 10, same as the other one, has some that are in word form. You guys are going to do these on your own using any strategy. Look at the word form again. It says 4 times as much as 3,224. What does that mean? 4 times as much as 3,224. That's how we would rewrite that expression in standard form. Same thing with this one, the wording, the product of these two numbers. That means we have to multiply because that's the only operation that gives us a product, remember? All right, so you guys are going to finish all the must-dos. Then you're going to do the exit ticket for 10 and the exit ticket for lesson 9. You're going to turn both of those into the exit ticket basket before you go on to the early finishers. So remember, first, you're going to go back to lesson 9, finish all of the problems that we didn't finish in the problem set, starting with number 4. This one only has 2 sides, so you're going to go all the way to number 8. It's up to you if you'd like to do that exit ticket next, or if you'd like to go ahead and go to 10, finish all the problems on the problem set for 10, and then do both exit tickets at one time. Make sure you turn in both exit tickets for 9 and 10 before you move on to your homework and then to the early finisher. Your homework can be just for lesson 10. I'm going to write that on the board, but you do not need to do lesson 9 homework, only lesson 10. Why? Because if you can do 10, then I know you can do 9. All right, guys, y'all have a good day. Be good. Can't wait to get back and hear a good report from the substitute.